Today on Dirt Road Cred, let's check out the 2026 Mojave Gladiator and what has changed for this model year. And we're going to tell you all about this Jeep, as well as the fact that this one's actually ours. If I sound a little bit different in this video, guys, it's the first time I've been up and moving in 4 days. The cold and flu season is definitely not fun. But with that, we just picked this Jeep up a few days ago, and with the 2026 Mojave, there are a couple changes on this Jeep from what we were previously used to in the other Mojave trims for the Gladiator. It's also really cool because this one is in the brand new Purple Rain clear coat. I think this color looks absolutely fantastic on the Gladiator, and it is a color that has never been on the Gladiator. So guys, let's take a look at this Jeep because obviously, man, right away the Purple Rain just stands out. I mean, this thing is beautiful with this. We spec'd it out just with a standard soft top and then did the color match flares. That's something I personally like to do, is leave the top black, but do the color matched highline fender flares on this. Now, if you guys aren't used to a Mojave, this is basically the go fast version of the Gladiator. So when it comes down to it, this has specific frame reinforcements, Fox remote reservoir suspension or shocks front and rear. You have Fox speed bumps up in the front, and then you do have the same thing in the back, reservoir shocks back there too. Now what's cool about the Mojave is that you do get 410 gears in this, and then you also get a rear locker and the off-road plus mode. What's cool about that is this, like I said, it's the go fast version of it. Lock the rear end in, and the Mojave is named after the desert, so it's meant to go in the sand and it's meant to go a little bit quicker. Now this one is lacking a little bit. We drive the 5.7 Hemi all the time, and you can definitely tell a difference with this. It does come standard with the 3.6 liter engine with the 8-speed automatic transmission, a set of 33-inch Falcon AT3W, the Wild Peak ATs, which those actually drive really well. But this is the first time we've owned a Mojave Gladiator. I've owned Rubicons, we have the Dark Sky, we've had a lot of Gladiators, but never a Mojave, and the suspension in this thing, I would say, is top tier right out of the gate. It's really going to be a shame when we rip it off and put a lift kit onto it, but you guys know how we do it here. What's nice on this, on the Mojave, you can tell it's meant for the desert too. Instead of trail rated, it says desert rated on that badge there. So you got the orange accents, which I think go really well with the Purple Rain here. New hinges on there. You do get proximity entry with the 2026s. And then if you open this thing up, obviously the interior is pretty much the same as the old ones, but I do like the fact that they've incorporated the orange right into here. So you have Mojave stitching on the seats, you have it on the dash a little bit, then you do have some other gray stitching, so it's a little bit oddball here and there, but adaptive cruise control on there, that is standard on anything above a Sport S now. We have the big cluster, we have the 12.3, and we didn't do too many more upgrades on the inside. The only thing we added was the convenience group. That way we have remote start, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and we do have the garage door openers in there. So that was kind of what we added onto this. Now, one big thing, Ryan, I don't know if you can see it from that shot, is ours did unfortunately come with the giant tire stoppers, as Scott would say from Jeep. I don't even know what they are. I mean, it seems like some sort of reinforcement on both sides, but you can notice these things from like a mile away walking up to this Jeep. They are absolutely massive. It does look like they can be unbolted, but I have seen other lift kit manufacturers doing 2026s already and just leaving them on and still being able to do the lift kit as long as it's not a long arm. But just very curious on those and if it's going to cause issues. I mean, it looks like just another place to catch on a rock when you're off-road. It's just low-hanging fruit there. So very curious on those and how they're going to be removed because, well, we probably won't remove them, but maybe we will. No, to be determined. On the back here, same thing. We did just do the standard soft top on here, so this is more of like that harder material. It's not that twill material on here. Tinted back windows, tinted on the rear here, and then paint matched on the back. Now, we didn't opt for a bed liner either because we're not sure what we're going to do with the bed quite yet. I don't know if we want to shorten it up or do anything else to it. We didn't want a spray-in bed liner. But what's neat on the Mojave as well is that they do come with the performance taillights already. If you guys haven't seen, we do have a really cool video on testing all sorts of Gladiator taillights. Fortunately, with this Jeep, it already comes standard with these performance LEDs. One thing Ryan and I can both super agree on is the orange accents on the purple. It looks fantastic. I mean, I don't know if it's just a subtle accent color. I think we're going to play into it a little bit when we wrap this thing and do some work to it. but I do really just like the orange, the subtleness of it. And we've already talked to Brian at Distinction Applied, who's going to be sending us some pieces for this to tie into the Mojave, because he actually paint matched the Mojave paint code, so he can get us that exact color to do some accents and some matching on here. But really neat too, we got the tow package, so that comes standard on here. It's kind of a shame they don't do that on the rest of them. Like on the Dark Sky, that's not even there. You know, this just came on it. You don't even do anything. You don't have to add anything, it's just there. So the wheels are different. I think they started these in 24, but the wheels are a bit different than the normal Mojave wheels, so those have changed up a little bit. And you can add on a premium wheel if you option it from Jeep. It's like $1,000, so at that point you might as well just pick up an aftermarket wheel. But these don't look terrible on here. They're machined with like a dark gray finish. One thing I am very disappointed in Jeep is not including rock rails on all the Gladiators. Ryan, we saw some there at the dealership. It's like, just include the rock rails. You automatically get them on the Mojave. You get them on a lot of the other trims, but I really think it needs to just finish them off here. One thing too we're curious about, like we were looking to, these do have the upgraded hinges. We were just checking them out to see what's different with them, and it does seem like it's a lot closer too. The tolerance is there. All right, let's see if our purchase was worth it. I'm not sure if these come with toolkits anymore, but I think it does. This is always a funny comedy thing. Wait till you see the size of the bag for the toolkit. So, we have our tethers for the soft top, and we do have a toolkit. So, is this just a normal? I think it's just a normal toolkit. I want to see if this changes at all. Nah, same toolkit. So, still comes with the toolkit. Maybe that was just a glitch, that first few. Because remember that? We talked about it and they weren't coming with toolkits. Maybe they were just out of it and didn't put them in. Big difference on the 26s as well, too. One thing that we're kind of upset with is the back of the seats no longer have the molly webbing. That's one thing I really liked on the Rubicons and the Mojaves. They had the molly webbing for strapping things in. And we are noticing, I think the adaptive cruise control box is a lot bigger up there. There's something I wanted to check under the dash, but we're going to do it in a future video. I've been hearing things that adaptive cruise control is being updated, and there's a lot more tech going on underneath the dash. So that's something we're a bit curious about, and I think we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. So now if we pop this hood here, we do just have a standard 3.6 liter V6. That's pretty much all you can get on these, unless you go the AMW route and swap it out with a bigger engine, which I would highly suggest. When you drive this compared to the 5.7 swap in our Juice, it's like, why would you even do this? I mean, even just driving this home, how much downshifting and upshifting it was doing on the highway being completely stock is so much different than driving the 5.7. So very different on this, and we do have some plans for that, but we'll get into that here in just a little bit. One other cool thing that I wish Jeep would do on the Rubicon Wranglers, because they do it on the Gladiators, Gladiator, Rubicon, and Mojave, you get this steel bash plate up underneath here. I don't know why don't they do that on the Wranglers? So you could get a stock plastic bumper, but you have this steel bash plate underneath there. I really like that. And I do like on the Mojave how it is gray. They've kind of accented it a little bit. And not only that, it does protect the reservoir for the shocks. So that's mounted behind there. That protects it from getting any damage. If you're out in the sand, if you're out beating this thing pretty good. Overall though, front end, basically the same. Super big fan of seeing the 24 and newer style grille with the Purple Rain. If you guys don't remember, back in 23, we were like the first channel to cover Purple Rain out at the Detroit Auto Show. But seeing this with the new kind of details in the 24 grille and Purple Rain, it's just kind of coming full circle here. And we've never seen this color on the Gladiator. So really nice up front. This is also a big change. Not a big change, but the fog lights are different. It seems like every other Jeep, it depends. They could be the old fog light, they could be the new fog light, but these are a little bit different. One thing, Ryan, I will say is I know we test a lot of headlights, we test a lot of fog lights. These factory LEDs are really, really nice at night. They really shine great. They have a good spread. And I think we do want to swap them out with something, but it's like hard to upgrade from these. You have the factory LEDs. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what we do with that. Under the hood though, I mean, it's the standard, it's the steel Mojave hood, which now is coming on a lot of other vehicles too because of the steel hood situation that's all going on. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's, Ryan, I think that's pretty much that's pretty much it on the exterior of this thing and talking about what all comes with the 2026 Mojave. But I think a lot of people that are regulars of the channel are probably going, why did you guys buy this? Well, let's dive into that a little bit now and talk about some of our plans with this Jeep. But before we get too far into this video, we wanted to remind you guys that we are going to be giving away a set of the Mopar high-top steel fender flares now through January 31st, 2026. Now, these fender flares we installed on my dad's Jeep, not this one, but they turned out absolutely badass, and we're going to be giving away a set for the Wrangler JL. Now, what's cool about these is Mopar has incorporated the factory LED turn signals off of your stock Jeep, and these really beef up your Jeep, give you so much more tire clearance, and just overall make the Jeep look so much better. Now, reminder, there is no purchase necessary to get entered, and you can visit our website at dirtroadcredmedia.com for all the full official rules. Now, probably the biggest question you guys are asking is, why in the world did we pick up another Jeep? We're not finished with the Jeep Gladiator yet. However, we do have a lot going on with that. It's got a 5.7 AMW swap, the lift, the wheels, the tires, bumpers are coming next, and then a lot of other cool upgrades. So why do we get another one? Well, you guys follow this channel for our builds, and if you have just tuned in for this video, welcome to the channel, and if you've been around for a while, thank you guys for sticking around for so long. But we picked this Jeep up because of the color. The Purple Rain is an absolutely fantastic color in our opinion, and I would argue that it's even better on the Gladiator. We've never seen this color on here, but being that you have so much real estate in the bed area, you really get to see the color a whole heck of a lot more. I gotta be honest with you, Ryan, even seeing the Rubicon X fully paint matched in a Wrangler, I was still a bigger fan of the Purple Rain in a Gladiator. You have so much more of the color available. And with this build, we've taken a lot of notes from what Jeep has been doing, from what we have personally envisioned, and we're going to make our own retro build. If you guys have seen the Jeep Rewind concept, we absolutely loved what they did there. We wanted to play off of that a little bit and just make it our complete own build. But if you guys watched our 41 build, we built that as a World War II homage to give back to those that sacrificed everything so we could do what we're able to do today. You know, and with this build, we've got our own ideas, a rewind, a retro theme, and we want so much feedback from you guys. That's really what's most important with this build, is we're probably going to have polls up for a lot of the questions and a lot of what we do with this. Wheel color, wrap ideas, lift heights, should we rip off the factory Mojave suspension, which is so nice? We've got a ton of different concepts with this, and I think we're going to utilize our vendors, the people that we work with, and really create something special, not something cookie cutter, not the same lift kit, wheels, tires, bumpers that we always do. I want to change this up a bit, and I think we're going to get that out of this. So it might be a little bit different. There might be some different colors on here. There might be some brighter colors that you guys aren't used to. Maybe there'll even be a different wheel. We've been talking with a lot of new vendors that you guys are going to see on the channel very soon, and we're excited about that because we get to start off the year fresh with a 2026. We've never built a Mojave like this, and we've also never had a Purple Rain. I like this color since we saw it 3 years ago in Detroit, and it's finally really cool to see that we actually have one in our fleet. Now, I want you guys to really open up your minds a little bit with this because we are dying for your feedback. You guys know that as a YouTube channel, we really appreciate and honestly value the heck out of every single one of our subscribers and viewers, and we want your feedback. We want to know the wheels that you think we should go with. We want to know bumpers, lighting ideas, switch systems, what you guys would envision this. If you had this Jeep in your driveway, how would you build it? That's kind of what we're going for with this. I know so many people were a fan of that Rewind, and I think it's just time that we play off of that a little bit and give it to you guys in a Gladiator version, because I would argue, Ryan, that these Gladiators have become a lot more popular than the Wrangler even lately. We've been seeing a lot more on the road. We've bought 2 now recently, and I think we even might buy a 3rd with Goldilocks when it comes out here. So a ton of really cool ideas for this, a lot of accent colors, and the ability for people that are buying a Purple Rain Jeep to follow along with this and see those colors and see how we accent it and really just give you guys some ideas. So guys, we've been hinting at a lot of stuff on the channel, and we've got just under, 4 months to get this thing done. This has got to be a Daytona, it's got to be a Jeep Beach, and it will be at our 100K subscriber party. barring we hit 100K at that point. We're at like 91,000 and some change. I firmly believe that we will be there, and we cannot wait to celebrate with you guys down at Daytona. And this one's got a really big surprise behind it, so it's almost like a special thing for us. It's a special thing for our subscribers, and something that when you guys see this in person, you're going to understand why we're doing all this. So I want to keep some secrets, just like the Jeep's 12 for 12 drop where all the letters are blurred out. So if you guys wouldn't mind, maybe give this video a like, hit that hype button because it's a new feature on YouTube, and get ready because this is going to be an absolutely badass build right here on Dirt Road Cred. Now from Ryan behind the camera and me here talking to you, we want you to get out there and earn yours.